anyway. We can't leave this video up. Then I'll be banned like a mug. But this is the truth. This is what they doing. Read titanium clips in my breast. They said they had to put the clips in. Look, this how you know. This is my first time reading this, y'all. They said they had to put the clips in. They said that, hold on. I just got lost. Man, it's getting, and this is, I'm going to say it's getting good. It's not getting good, but it's getting deep when you know where you're going. But this is not good at all. Okay. They said they had to put the clips in to guide the surgeon if I needed to have surgery. So they already prepping her for surgery, y'all. Low key, prepping her for surgery. That's deep. It says, I was so afraid. I was under duress and I agreed to have a doctor put the clips in. But I've been back to the cancer center several times trying to get them removed, but the doctor won't remove them. We see. It says the doctor said he couldn't remove them because her assistant put them in. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. But I'm glad that you are conscious enough to know that these foreign objects inside your breast is going to do nothing but worsen the problem. She said they need to contact her in order to remove the clips. The clip. And so now this is my only problem, goddess. Did you put your name here? Yes, this is my only problem, Cheryl. My only problem is this, goddess Cheryl. And I need them to remove that in order for me to do my job. Otherwise, you're going to waste your money on this geogenetic package, and the herbs going to help, and it's going to detox you. And I mean, it might poke and move, but okay, so what happened if I give you the herbs and it get to moving? Because every foreign object in your body is, because we gonna put you on a metal cleanse too. What happened if that metal start moving and it clips something that is not supposed to clip, or block up something that is not supposed to block up, or pinch an artery, or does something like that? Then I'm going to be reliable for that because of the herbs I give you. So, you know, before you buy the geogenetic, because that's what I'm going to recommend you do the geogenetic herbal therapy, or come down to the clinic and come holler and see me. But I don't want to do nothing while them clips is there, because I know I can move them, because that's how powerful my herbs is, my herbal compound. It's going to move anything in the body that ain't supposed to be there. But imagine, what happens if they break off and they try to go through the nipple, and then all the black gunk and goo get blocked off by the metals? You see what I'm saying? So it's just so many variations of things that can happen because they put these foreign metals inside your body and wasn't supposed to put them in there in the first place. It says she needed to contact her in order to remove the clips. It says the clips in my lymph nodes is swollen and is causing pain. That they said that I didn't have, and they said that I didn't have cancer in my lymph nodes. So why was the clips there? And these are the questions you have to start asking yourself. If you don't have cancer in the lymph node, why did they biopsy the lymph node in the first place? If you don't have cancer in the lymph node, why did they put these titanium metal clips on the lymph node? Now the lymph node is irritated, inflammation is set in, and it's hurting real bad, and they can't find the original doctor that put the clips on. Sound like major bullshit to me. Sound like major bullshit to me. That's what it sounds like. Each time I go to cancer treatment, oh man, so now you're going to cancer. So I wonder if you're going through chemotherapy or something. All right, now she's saying each time I go to cancer treatment training faculties, they said she's not there. I will sue the brakes off their asses, Cheryl. I will sue the brakes off their asses. They said she's not there. She's always on vacation, so they say. On top of all this, my primary care physician stated that per my request and involuntarism, that I guess is what you meant to say, said in advance directive that I indicated that I prefer life support treatment only if my medical team believes that my chances of recovery is likely. So they automatically trying to kill her, y'all. This is sad, man. This is sad. It says this is absolutely false. I said no such thing. So she automatically, her primary physician wrote on her papers that they automatically put her on life support. Automatically. If it seemed like that she's not going to survive the surgery, the so-called surgery. I'm reading this. Y'all saying what these are. I'm reading the same thing y'all reading, family. I said no such thing. I have children. that will give that choice for me. Exactly. Your children give the choice to pull you off life support or to put you on life support and stuff like that. That is not up to your primary physician. It seemed like a bunch of corrupted stuff went into this, and they were just trying to get bonuses off of using their mammogram, using their biopsy tools, and using their ultrasound, and charging you expensively ridiculous amounts of money for them little 3 titanium clips that they put in your breast. It says, I would never give this choice to a group of strangers. I have something that is very rare in my breast, and I just want it removed. I am now really fearing for my life. And I'm sorry that you're in a state of fear, but we can get rid of this. First thing you have to do is get you a lawyer. You're going to have to get you a lawyer. I wish I knew what state you was in. We got to get you a lawyer and see if the lawyers can go up there and let them know that there's going to be a Class A action lawsuit against them if they do not remove these 3 titanium metals from your breast. And then we go from there. And I see that you've been going through cancer treatment, but you haven't told me what type of treatment. Radiation therapy? Have you been going through chemotherapy? I need to know these things because that's going to determine how fast we cleanse and heal you, because I can't cleanse you too fast if you done had 10 radiations or chemotherapy, because I don't want that chemotherapy jumping into the bloodstream too quick, because that'll take you down, and then we're going to be dealing with another issue. So I need to know this information, goddess. This is crazy, y'all. It says, I'm fearing for my life now. They said I need surgery to remove the clips, but when they put the clips in, I was woke. Do y'all hear this bullshit? They said I need surgery to remove the clips, but when they put the clips in, I was woke. So I'm wondering if the clips created scar tissue over the area and they got to surgically open you back up to remove the clips. That mean that they've been examining your breast then, if that's the case. So you haven't gave me enough information, guys. Have they examined your breast to determine this? You see what I'm saying? This is how they kill us, family. And look, notice everything they doing ain't got nothing to do with how to get rid of cancer. Everything that they doing to this poor woman have nothing to do with how to get rid of cancer. Not one thing. Not one thing that they have. They haven't said, I think you should go on an all-fruit diet. They haven't said, I think you should do breath work, because cancer is when the cells lose 60% of it, 66% of its oxygen, and you can bring most of this oxygen back to the cells by way of the respiratory system. They haven't said one time you need to get your adrenal glands online, because the adrenal glands is in control of the kidneys, and the kidneys is actually what filtrates the lymphatic system, and we see that this cancer is trying to make it into the lymphatic ducts. They haven't said not one time, I think you need to do neural lymphatic massages, and you need to do breast massages. Have your man massage your titties. Just massage them. And when you massage them towards the nipple. They haven't said now one time you need a parasite cleanse, because if you got cancer, that means the parasite inside of your cells chewing away the organelles and all the different acids inside the cells, but it's damaging permanent things inside of the cells. They haven't said one time, I think you need to be in the sun at least 2 to 3 hours of the day just to go through your biosynthesis, and this will help you get rid of actual cancer, because you're going to produce your vitamin D and your vitamin D3. They didn't say one time, I think you need to uptake more vitamin C. And you get this vitamin C through your cholesterol base by way of the sun. They haven't said none of this. I think you need to get your rest game up. At least since you're sick, you need to be sleeping from 7 to 7.5 to 8 hours of the day. You need to get rid of the environment. Anything that's negative in your household, get rid of it. Negative relationship, negative children, negative friends. Quit talking to their ass. You got any type of acidosis in your refrigerators, like meats, which causes uric acid, throw it away. Dairy products, which causes lactic acid, throw it away. Any type of grains and breads which causes carbonic acid, throw it away. You don't need to be on vegetables. You need to be on an all-fruit diet, a stringent fruit diet at that. See if you can use a couple pounds of seeded grapes, for you can get on that astringent diet, and them grapes can astringe the cells and get rid of the actual cancerous cells. But if that don't happen and you can't find those seeded grapes, then go on a grapefruit fast. Go on a palmetto fast. Go on a astringent fruit fast and take you at least 6 to 7 or 8 shots of pure lemon juice a day. Or key lime juice, whatever. They ain't said none of that. They have done everything possible to kill this woman. Now this woman is in fear of her life. They ain't said, you know what? I think you should go to a steam sauna at least 30 minutes a day. Open up the meridian pathways. Open up the pores of the skin, because the skin is the largest organ on the body. And at least the skin can take a poop if your kidneys ain't pooping right. I ain't heard none of that. All I heard is cancer-causing practices that causes more cancer. That's all I've read so far. And now she hip to they bullshit. She hip to him. She see right through it. Ooh-wee. I'm sorry for you guys. I really am. I want to help you out. I want to help you out. I want to help you. I want to help you get a lawyer, man. Because it's going to be hard for us to cleanse you with the metal there. It's going to be super hard. You got to get that metal. They have to take that metal out. Ooh-wee. They said I need surgery to remove the clips. But when they put the clips in, I was woke. They use an ultrasound guide to place the clips in. And don't want to say much on here because it's very deep. Please don't mention... Oh, I'm sorry, Goddess. Please don't mention my name. I wish you would have put that in the beginning. I'm so sorry, Goddess. I'll take this video down just for you. I'm sorry that I mentioned your name. Please don't mention my... Oh, please don't mention my last name. I didn't mention your last name. I just mentioned your first name, Cheryl. Also, I have ordered your geogenetic therapeutic package level 3. You already own it, Goddess. But do not start taking it until we get that metal out. Kawhi, if you own her, make sure that you hit her up and tell her do not start taking that package until she get that metal taken out. Call her first thing tomorrow. We don't celebrate holidays. We celebrate holy days. It's the 23rd. So tomorrow's, Saturnalia Eve. So call her tomorrow and see if they took it out yet. If not, let's try to help her get a lawyer so she can get them taken out and she can take her package. So she already owned it. She already ordered the geogenetic therapeutic package level 3, which I was going to recommend this for her anyway. Okay. That's crazy. I have something that's very rare in my breast. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. It says they said I need surgically remove it. Okay. They use an ultrasound to guide and place the clips in. I don't want to say much more on here because it's very deep, but please don't mention my last name. Also, I ordered your geogenetic therapeutic package level 3, and I was able to speak to Kawhi. So she spoke to you, Kawhi. She spoke to you. So just make sure you give her a call back tomorrow. Please, Yahki, help me. All right, so let's just say, Miss Cheryl, let's just say you get the metals removed. And we're going to affirm that. And we're going to speak that into the atmosphere. You are going to get those metals removed from your breast. Everybody type that in right now. Let's speak this. Look, we are powerful. When we come together and we use our voices, we are very, very powerful. You are going to get that metal removed. Y'all type that in. Y'all speak that. Now, once you get that metal removed, it's imperative that you go on an all-fruit diet, right? And this all-fruit diet have to be a stringent diet. It got to be astringent. I wouldn't do no sweet fruits, and I would not do vegetables at this point. Well, I can't even say that because I don't know what type of actual treatment you've been getting. Because if you've been getting chemotherapy, then we're going to have to do a balanced diet of at least 80% fruit and 20% vegetable. See, it's so many different variables here because you was very, very plain in this. You in that detail with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to call you tomorrow and see exactly what it is. But whenever you're dealing with cancer, you're dealing with damaged cells. Whenever you're dealing with damaged cells, you're dealing with damaged cells due to acidosis, and you're dealing with parasites. Automatically, you're going to have to go on a parasite elimination. Make sure that you're cleansing the parasite. You can do these with clothes. Fresh clothes actually get rid of the smaller babies and the actual large the larva from the actual parasitics. Then you can use things like wormwood, prickly ash, and slippery elm to get rid of the bigger ones, or mugwort. Mugwort is good to actually remove those as well. That's very, very good for the parasites. So make sure that when you're getting your kidneys and your adrenals online, you're going after the parasites as well, for these parasites can quit eating all of the organelles out of the cells, because we want to hold on to every good cell you got, especially if you taking chemotherapy, because with the chemotherapy is 100% derivatives of mustard gas. They was actually using this in war. This was created by the Germans. The Nazis was using this to actually kill the Germans who have became Jews. They was using this to kill them, the Germans who converted into Judaism. They was using this on them in concentration camps. when at the so it was a terrorist act against the world in a Belgium trial. I think I said it right, where they basically took the Nazi parties to trial for doing all of the monstrosities that they did to the Germans that converted themselves to Judaism, that call themselves Jews now. They was actually took them to trial, and upon trial, did you know that Henry Kissinger and John D. Rockefeller and all of them came to the trial in Germany and bought mustard gas? And when they bought mustard gas, they brought it back to the United States, and then they broke down all the derivatives in it, figured out what it was, and then they straight labeled this shit chemotherapy and started treating you of it. The same mustard gas that's killed hundreds of thousands of Germans that converted into Judaism, killed hundreds of thousands of them in concentration camps. They are now using that same derivative of what's called mustard gas, and they reclassified it as chemotherapy, agent therapy for cancerous cells or autoimmune disease. And now you get that when you have cancer, and they use this same bullshit for HIV patients, and they call it antiviral medics. If you think I'm lying, look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. This is the cold, evil, diabolical America that we live in. I'm talking about shit that you can't even fathom is so evil is happening to you and me. That you can't even, that your mind can't even process. How could somebody be so damn evil? How could you even think of something like that? Oh, of course, depopulation control. Eugenics. Yes, the father of eugenics. Henry Kissinger, John D. David Rockefeller. Yes, we talking about, yes, the DuPonts. The good old boys. Yeah, them people. Yes, the Kissingers, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. Yes, the shapeshifters, the 13 royal bloodlines. Yes, who run England, run the world, run Antarctica. We talking about them guys. We might as well mention them. We got to take the video down anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, this deep, family. This deep. Yes, they paid Hitler. Yes, they paid Hitler. Exactly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So automatically, y'all, first thing you need to do, anybody with cancer, 100% cotton, 100% hemp, make sure that you change up what you have on your body. Get away from the chemicals, whether that's fluoride in your toothpaste. Get rid of the toothpaste. I sell tooth and gum restoration powder on my website. If y'all don't want to do it, make it yourself. Use neem powder, use oak bark powder. Yes, neem powder, oak bark powder, and myrrh powder. Mix them all together. Sprinkle a little bit of baking soda that doesn't have aluminum in it. That makes a good toothpaste. Instead of getting regular toothbrushes, get you bamboo toothbrushes with the charcoal bristle sticks. Use that to brush your teeth. Make sure that you throw away all deodorant. Get you some key limes, cut that key lime in half, and go to town with it. Make sure you get away from all lotions and you rub 100% grapeseed oil in your skin. That's all you need, 100% grapeseed oil. No colognes, no perfumes. If you want to smell good, mix you up some frankincense and some myrrh oil, tad bit of lavender in that deal, and it smells good as hell. You will attract a significant other. Your woman will smell it. Your man will smell good. Everybody will smell good. Make sure that when you wash your hair, get you some organic soap from off my site. Get the sea moss soap, the gold sea moss soap, or the purple sea moss soap. You can wash your hair with that. Now we got to talk about the water system though, because we see a lot of people drinking the right water, but then they would drink the right bottled water, but then they would jump in the tub or jump in the sink and use the faucets that were supplied by the government. Have y'all looked at them pipes lately? Them are some ugly, corroded pipes with all types of metals and arsenic acids that you're not supposed to have in your body. So if you're sick and you're suffering from cancer, you're going to have to bird bath it out. Unless you at Usha Village and going to see Dr. Sabi Village or you going to one of my healing, you going to see the healing home ain't even open right now. Otherwise, you got the bird bath. And when you bird bath, you need to bird bath in distilled water or get about at least 300 gallons of $2 distilled water and warm it up on a pot and fill up your tub. But this is why you cleansing, because you can't use the regular government water supply system because it causes cancer. Then you got to start changing up your bed. Change your sheets, wash your sheets and your pillows every week because you're shedding these parasites off. But when you shed them off, you're shedding off the zogites too, or the larvae too, and you picking them right back up because you're going back to sleep in the same thing your dead cells were shedding in, which is your bed covers. So every week you have to change up your bed covers. Wash them thoroughly, y'all. Wash them thoroughly. Wash them thoroughly. So now we got the external environment together. Now you have created a place where your cells can heal each other. You're on the all fruit diet, and this all fruit diet is high in astringent fruits. If you had chemotherapy, you can't do a high astringent fruit diet. So you're on your 80%, your 80-20, your 80% fruit and your 20% vegetables, watery vegetables, which is like the cruciferous family, where you're going to get your watercress, you're going to get your romaine lettuce, you're going to get, these are things that you need to bring it in to bring the H3O2 in to help hydrate the body and break up solidification and calcification and coagulation and stuff like that. Then you got to focus on getting them kidneys and adrenals online. No matter what disease you're dealing with, so-called disease, because I don't believe in disease, because disease is an illusion. But no matter what energy blocking compromised system you're dealing with, always go after the kidneys and the adrenals, family. Always, because you have to open up the meridian pathway and you have to open up the lymphatic vessels to get everything moving, family. Everything. And so what I would recommend for anybody with cancer is my geogenetic therapeutic package. I'm not going to sit here and name all 100 herbs to them. You can go to the website, click on geogenetic, click on the package and read the herbs and write them down yourself if you want to heal yourself or experiment and be your own herbalist, or you can buy the package from me. And we have plenty of cancer healing testimonies. Again, I'll just take y'all to and this stuff is from years ago, y'all. This is from May the 3rd, 2020. And this is the one I was talking about: breast cancer, diabetes. This is the other one that I was talking about, which is that first triple negative breast cancer. Shantae, y'all can look her up. I can show y'all some cervical cancers. Yahki heals cervical cancer. Cervical cancer. Post. Here go one where I healed cervical cancer.
Cancer not long ago, probably like some months.
She at my healing house at this time.
Cervical cancer. And
cervical cancer.
Your Honor.
What else? Herpes. We just got a couple herpes healing testimonies in the other day. We doing a live herpes healing testimony in a couple weeks. Like, we constantly healing. Yes, prostate cancer, PSAs. I got probably 20 healing testimonies of prostate cancer. That's one of the most easiest ones to me, especially if the PSA levels is not that high. Oh, that's one of the easiest ones. These things are very, very easy when you truly understand healing. But they have been taking down my videos. They terminated my YouTube page. So I'm working on a new YouTube page. Again, we up to 45,000, but they terminated at hundreds of thousands of views. So all of them testimonies, they took them down. They took a lot of them down on Facebook, but it is still probably like 17 of them up. A lot of them are herpes too. That's still up now. So make sure that y'all grab them and save them and screen record them, because they are going to take them videos down too. They took hell of a lot of them off of my off of this, which is my IG. So they constantly taking them down, y'all. But Yahki TV is done. We just working on that. How to prevent cancer. That is a very, very good question. I want to give you a shout out for that. Where did you go? You went so fast. The best way to prevent cancer is to stay out of an acidic medium. But your body naturally goes in an acidic medium just by you living, eating, pooping, and breathing. So the best way to prevent cancer, first thing, keep your cell phone off of you. Keep it out of your pockets. Keep it off of your head. When you talk to this phone on speaker and keep it away from your face. This is very, very cancer causing. Keep this off your pocket. Keep it off your skin. Women, keep it out of your chest and off your bra. Stay far away from this. This is the biggest cancer device ever. All right? Microwaves. Do not microwave your food. You shocking your food with radiation, then you're eating that very radiation. If you have a microwave in your house, unplug that mother sucker and throw it away right now. You don't need no microwave in your house. And if it is in your house, like we still got a microwave in our house that we don't use. I haven't used a microwave in 15 years. So do not use a microwave. If it's in your house just to look pretty, leave it there. But don't use it. If you're tempted to use it, throw it away. Make sure that when you go to sleep, you're not sleeping next to plug outlets that have conductivity running through them. Straight up. For about 3 years, I slept with my bed in the middle of the bedroom floor. Look, I was so paranoid and extreme in health, y'all. I slept with my bed in the middle of the bedroom floor. That way, my head wouldn't buy no outlets. Or you can buy outlets, disablers, that you can plug into the outlets that shut them off while you sleep. You see that? These are things that's going to prevent you. Automatically stop eating meat. Meat causes cancer. Get off of flesh. Do not eat flesh. Stop eating dairy products. Dairy products causes faster cancer than your meats, y'all. So get rid of meats and dairies. Go plant-based. Do not go vegan, because vegan causes cancer. It's an ugly side to vegan that a lot of people are afraid to talk about. There are more unhealthy vegans than there is unhealthy meat eaters, because now you're eating food that was straight just made up in a laboratory somewhere. So don't go vegan. Go 100% plant-based. That vegan word will catch you up, family. Stay away from that vegan. That vegan food will have you fatter than eating meat. That vegan food will have your ass fat and sickly as hell. Get plant-based. Get to the garden thinking. Growing your own food. Eating fresh foods. You see that? You see that? So we gotta do stuff like that. Another thing, check your clothing. Make sure that your clothing is 100%, whether it be cotton, whether it be linen, whether it be hemp. Do not wear any mixed fabrics. What's crazy is the Torah teaches you not to wear mixed fabrics too. The Creator Yahweh and the Levites was telling us don't mix our fabrics. And now we actually have the clinical science to prove that you're not supposed to be mixing fabrics, because it brings down your hertz of your body and your frequency of your body. See that? Next thing, which is most important to me, water. Your water source is important when you're dealing with cancer, whether it's preventive maintenance of cancer or whether it's cleansing cancer. I don't drink water. I drink H3O2, which is fruit juices. But the water that I use in my teas, because I use water to make my teas, I'm going to make sure I use either distilled water or I'm going to use some natural spring water. You see that? Now, as far as washing my butt, you're going to have to bird bath it until you healed, or you need to buy you a Pelican filtration system for your home. A Pelican filtration system. And the reason why I choose Pelican, because they have the most clinical trials and scientific evidence to show that they filtration system stops chloride, fluoride, chlorine, stops all different metals, all metals. It stops all metals and all types of stuff. So Pelican filtration system for your home, for when you need to bathe and stuff like that. Another thing, your significant other. Make sure that you're not arguing all day, because thoughts do causes cancerous thoughts, because cancer is a frequency. Straight up. Cancer is a frequency. So, you know, if you dealing with a unruly woman, or women, you dealing with a very, very argumentative man, hey, for your healing, they either need to get it together or get the hell up out your way until you done healing. I mean, you might need to keep them out your way, period. Another one too, children. The children unruly, hey, y'all got to go till I heal. You see that? Your thoughts, affirmations is good. Journaling is good. You have to cleanse the body, because we have something called cellular memory. And these memories store up thoughts and stuff too. We don't realize, we never really talk about the psychological fingerprint on disease, which is very, very important. We have to start talking about the psychological impression that disease have through expressing through the genome or the cells. We got to start talking about that. Stress will kill you, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. So once you clean up all these things, and, you know, having a disorderly house, there's a scientific study done on that too. Just clutter and how it messes with your perception, and it changes the way you look at yourself. So make sure that your house is free of clutter. Make sure that you clean it up and you bringing in that feng shui in your house, cleansing your temple. That's very, very important. And last but not least, y'all, gut microbial diversity. Get that good gut bacteria in you. That will cleanse a lot of the bugs and cancer up itself. Bacteria is one of the, especially gut bacteria, is one of the main important things you need to heal cancer. And If you want a good source of good bacteria, my 3 bitters. My 3 bitters, especially bitter 2 and bitter 3. Bitter 1 and bitter 2. Very, very good. The 3 bitters are healing the world. That's what I say. That's what I say. Yes, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. And stomach. We need to talk about 2. Y'all write this down. I want y'all to study this. When I go live tomorrow, I'm going to ask y'all about this. Probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. These are all the things you need to keep the body in a balance of homeostasis. How long do you recommend an all-fruit diet? Until you healed. Until you healed. Until you healed. Until you healed. Kombucha. Kombucha is very, very acidic. If you can make it yourself, I recommend it because it's good for microbial diversity. But if don't get it from these stores because of the preservatives and additives that they got to put up in it, it's very, very, very acidic. Or bitters B17. Sometimes, but most of all of your B vitamins or vital amines. Vital means it's essential amines, come from the amines group, like amino acids and all these things. These actually come from your cobalt family. So the derivative of the mineral cobalt is where all of your B's come from. B12, B17, B1s, B9s. These come from a mineral called cobalt. These are called cobalt derivatives, vital amines. You can get all of your vitamins from your mushrooms, family. The mushroom kingdom. The mushroom kingdom. Your trumpet king mushrooms, very good. Reishi mushrooms, very good. Your portobello and baby bella mushrooms. Your lion manes mushrooms. You get all your B vital amine kingdoms from there. You get them from there. Glutathione. Glutathione is an actual detoxification mechanism of the cells that's produced by the fatty acids in the liver. Every cell have its own level of glutathione, but glutathione is actually tripped by something called sulforaphane. And sulforaphane is tripped by something called glucoraphanin. And glucoraphanin is tripped by your cruciferous family. This is sulfur. Hydrogen peroxide or hydrogen peroxide of the cell, dealing with salt and dealing with potassium K chains in the cells. These things mixed together have to be tripped by an outside source. Usually this outside source is a food that you take or chlorophyll that you take that trips this. Usually what trip this is your glucoraphanin, which comes from your cruciferous family. So if you want to actually produce more glutathione inside of the body to detox your cells, make sure that you're eating the cruciferous kingdom. These will be your bok choys. These will be your romaine, your watercress, your arugulas, your broccolis. I want to do my broccoli presentation before I actually recommend it. So take off broccoli. I'm going to do the broccoli presentation either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going to do the broccoli presentation. Blow your mind with that shit. Blow your mind, I'm telling you. So, your broccolis, your kales, dinosaur kales, all of these, the cruciferous family. There's so many things that's your red cabbages, your green cabbages. All of these things are part of the cruciferous family. If you want to produce more glutathione to cleanse the cells, then that natural liver detoxification mechanism, you're going to need sulforaphane, and you're going to need glutathione, and you're going to need your glucoraphanin, and you're going to need your glucoisolates. These things all come from the cruciferous family that's going to help really, really purge the body. Is fasting good? Fasting is very, very good, especially to reboot the liver and to reboot the whole entire molecular structure. I love fasting. Fasting is good, especially with people that got insulin resistant problems. Fasting is amazing. When you stop the body from eating, the body, all of the energy is now allowed to go and repair things in the body. So yes, I always recommend fasting. Yahki has a very informative video on alopecia. I sure do. One of the most informative videos on the planet about alopecia, y'all. I haven't eaten in 2 days. That's powerful. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. What do you think about purple kale and purple cabbage? I think the darker the fruit, because the cabbage is the flowering part. The kale is literally the leaf part that covers the flower. When you get into the cruciferous family, the darker the cruciferous or the more colors, it means that it grew under different spectrums of the sun. The more color it have, the more hue it have. The more hue it have, the more chloroplasts and the more melanin it have, meaning your body needs it because it have more carbon constituent chains. So the more colorful and the darker it is, it grew under that 4 at 432 hertz of energy. And that energy is what the sun uses to emit energy into light. And then this light beat things into a physical manifestation. You wouldn't exist without 432 hertz of frequency. And those colorful fruits and vegetables wouldn't either. So you are what you eat. Of course, eat that. Of course. Tinctures, alcohol, vinegar, or water. To me, our tinctures is sugar cane, organic sugar cane base, and grape sugar base. I always recommend tinctures to have alcohol in them. And the reason why is because your body produces alcohol naturally through fermentation process of the microbial kingdom. And the reason why your body produces alcohol is because alcohol is the only way that phytonutrients and phytochemicals and bioflavonoids and biophotons can actually penetrate a cell. That's what insulin acts as. Insulin actually acts as an alcohol to open up the cells for the glucose factor can get in the cells, and the mitochondria of the cells can burn that fuel for ATP. So I think alcohol is good, but vinegar is a alcohol. Vinegar is a fermentation of a fruit or a potato, which creates alcohol. So the body produces alcohol naturally. That's why Negroes can get cirrhosis of the liver without ever drinking in a day in their life, because they have a metabolitic process that's going wrong in the body, and the microbials are breaking down the food and fermenting it to alcohol, and the alcohol is not penetrating the cells for phytonutrients. The only way to penetrate a cell, and that's why if you see most tinctures, they say put it under your tongue, fucking go straight into the bloodstream, because it literally only take what they say. I might be off on my study, y'all, but I think only 60 seconds from when you take a tincture for that tincture, the alcohol in the tincture can deliver the goodies inside of the cellular membrane wall, the Golgi apparatus membrane wall. That's how quick the transfusion or the infusion of alcohol happens inside the body. That's why fruit doesn't need the pancreas to get energy. Or fruit doesn't need insulin to get energy, because fruit breaks down the alcohol and it goes the liver lipid route, and it fuses the fructose in the cell. It don't need glucose or insulin at all because the alcohol. So alcohol is always better to me, always better. What do I think about spinach? Spinach is cool. I would say baby spinach. When you start getting into your big spinaches, you start dealing with oxalates, and oxalates are calcium binders. So basically, when you eat an oxalate goes into the bloodstream and binds anything with calcium in it, and you have some problems because you get things like gout, you get GERD, you get arthritis, you get all types of crazy stuff when calcium starts getting bound. Remember in the beginning of this video, I was talking about the solidification of calcification due to the mucosal membrane. So, you're going to see a mucosal response because it's an oxalate. So baby spinach is cool, but not too much of it. If you want to get some good calcium and get everything else you need, kale. Kale is the ultimate green that you can eat. Now, make sure you cleanse it because it's massively produced, so it be dirty and it has all types of crazy stuff on it. So make sure you cleanse it. Make sure it's organically grown without no herbicides and pesticides and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah. Skin lesions help. It depends on what type of skin lesions you got going on there, goddess. But just remember, whenever you got any type of things coming from the skin, that means you're acidic and your skin is taking a poop. Your skin is your third kidney, and it's the biggest organ on your body. You see that? So you got to go after your kidneys and the adrenals, and and usually your liver herbs or your skin herbs. So, I was telling y'all on my last video, like things like milk thistle, dandelion leaf, dandelion root, the barbs family, burdock leaf, burdock root, yellow dock. That's called the barbers family in the botanical kingdom. These things are usually good for the skin. But if you ain't cleansing your liver and cleansing your intestines, especially your large and your small intestines and this little duodenum, which is this 9-inch intestinal tract, you might as well leave the skin alone. So get your kidneys and your adrenals online before you cleanse the skin. High blood pressure is the kidneys and adrenals. This is systolic, this is diastolic. Systolic is the actual top number. This is supposed to be 120, 117 to 120 when you're talking about the black race. This bottom part's supposed to be 70 when you're talking about black people. When you get to Caucasians, theirs is cool at 80, but yours is supposed to be at 70. When yours get to 80, you're okay, but you highly stressed out. You see that? Yours is higher than that. You bugged out because, but you're going to naturally have a high elevated blood pressure anyway because you are in mental slavery. Everything about us screams slavery. We still not free. We free physically, but we not free mentally. You're working a 9 to 5. The vagus nerve is constantly active. You know what I'm saying? So, the blood pressure is usually due So what blood pressure is the amount of force that the blood puts on the artery walls when the blood is being pumped to the heart. That's what they call that blood pressure. And this blood pressure, they base it off of a PSI. That's the pressure. So then you're talking about the actual cardiac output. So we got the blood pressure, which is the pressure that the blood presses on the artery wall. Then we talk about cardio output. The cardio output is how much the myocardium is releasing, how much blood volume is releasing per beat, which is usually supposed to be 70 per beats, right? That's how much it's releasing. And then we're talking about the actual systemic resistance, systemic vascular resistance. As it stands for SVR. So your blood pressure, the force that the blood puts on an artery, plus the cardio output is what equals the pressure. I do a whole video on this. Usually this stuff come from you being in a state of fight or flight, or it comes from severe dehydration of the artery walls, and these artery walls starts to constrict. And when they constrict, that blood have to go through and they have to press through that wall to open. And in order for that to happen, they have to trip the actual cardio output, which is the adrenal gland. So usually when you have high blood pressure, you have a compromised adrenal glands or you have a compromised kidney, y'all. And how you get rid of that is my blood nourisher iron kit. The blood nourisher and iron nourisher kit off my website. All right. What else we got? Does garlic burn cells? I don't recommend garlic. Only recommend garlic that's black garlic from Jerusalem. And that's for extreme cases. Other than that, garlic will burn the cells. It causes leaky gut, and it's too acidic. Garlic is just too damn acidic. The garlic to me is like chemotherapy. It's too acidic, family. So I will stay away from garlic if I was you. Where's the clinic? The clinic is in St. Louis, Missouri. Is having high red blood count something to be concerned with? Not for real. Not if the red blood count. Long as you don't have a coagulation of red blood cells, you cool. You know what I'm saying? But we have more red blood cells than white blood cells. Europeans and Caucasians have more white blood cells than us. But the white blood cells is what represents the lymphatic defense system. This is where your T cells, lymphocytes, phagocytes, neutrophils, monophils, and stuff like that. But so-called black people, we automatically have a lot of red blood cells. And that's what helps you get that color you have. You know what I'm saying? Your blood cells have a large color to do with a large factor in your hue. That's why if you see babies that was born in a lotus birth, they actually came out of the canal and you left the placenta on, and they got the rest of their red blood stem cells, notice that they are more redder than everybody else for at least a year. That's because they got all of their blood cells, and it changes their hue. If they dark skin, they got this goldish, brownish, purple hue to their skin color. That's because all of them blood cells, them red blood cells are inside of the epidermis layer of their skin. So, there's nothing wrong with a lot of red blood cells unless it starts coagulating. Then we got a big problem. Is it good for a type 1 diabetic to do a long juice fast on organic orange juice? I don't recommend a diabetic do a juice fast at all, because you're going to need the fibers from the juice to help you heal your pancreas. I recommend a diabetic number 1, diabetic mellitus number 1, to do an all fruit fast, but not juicing. Especially do not juice your grapes, because it's going to spike your actual your glycemic index. What I recommend you do is an all fruit fast, and to actually get my diabetes reversal kit from off my site, or get some nopal, get some cinnamon, and address the actual pancreas. Address the pancreas, address the beta cells. Usually when you see diabetic mellitus 1, you dealing with an actual adrenal problem. The adrenal melatonin neurotransmitters is not communicating with the brain and with the pancreas to tell the actual beta cells to release insulin the correct way. And usually you can stimulate the adrenal glands and you can allow the pancreas to heal itself just by staying away from insulin, period, for that restoration process can take place. And the best way to do that is with an all-fruit diet, because the all-fruit diet, you're able to bypass insulin and bypass the pancreas and go the lipid transport liver way. And remember I was talking about alcohol? That way the sugars can infuse itself into the cells other than needing insulin as a key to open up the cell to drop off or deliver glucose in the first place. We see that people that do salads and stuff, salads and, vegetables while having diabetes the natural way, it worsens their diabetes. But we see people that do an all-fruit diet, not a juice diet, but an all-fruit diet, they heal their diabetes. Eczema is a form of herpes. The alopecia video is on my YouTube under Yahki Awaken. Y'all should see this got like 45,000 subscribers on there. That's the new YouTube page because they took my old one down, permanently removed. Man, I was hurt, y'all. I was hurt for months after that. It took me, I had to fight to come back from that, y'all. That was a lot of opportunities, avenues. They tried to crush me with that. They shut me down on all platforms at like one time, y'all. I'm still rebuilding from that shit. Literally. Polycystic kidney disease. I got a video on that on my YouTube as well, y'all. I love nettle seeds, stingy nettle seeds. All right, y'all, I'm finna get up out of here. I love y'all. I'll be live again tomorrow. I might not be live here, though. I might be live on my YouTube page. So if y'all catch me on here around 8 o'clock, all praises. If y'all don't see me live at 8:30, just move over to my YouTube page and subscribe to there. My YouTube page is Yahki Awaken. YAHKI space AWAKENED. This is my only channel on IG, y'all, other than the one I'm following. I don't inbox anybody. I don't respond to many inboxes, and I don't do readings. That is not me. There's hundreds and hundreds of fake IG